The history of libraries is a long traditional one, from the Great Library of Alexandria to modern-day public libraries to even our JMU libraries. Libraries have always been an essential part of education and the growth of societies from the beginning of recorded time and history. Libraries contain history, documents, ideas, literature, and many, many resources. Libraries are known as centers of learning and growth and have changed in many ways since their creation. Today I will be discussing why libraries are vital to modern-day communities and why it is so important that we utilize our libraries that are available to us. Despite the fact that libraries are seemingly a relic of the past and are often associated with older librarians shushing patrons and wearing glasses, they are actually more important and definitely more updated than one would assume with the stereotype. Over the past 4 years, I've worked diligently in 2 libraries. I've studied and put together a year-long project on how libraries, and specifically music libraries, can improve their patron number, and have personally experienced how libraries can change several people's lives, including children. The points that I will be discussing today are how libraries encourage children to learn and further their education, how libraries provide free internet and resources to those who do not have or cannot afford those resources, how libraries can provide a common space in a community that can be used for several events and can provide a space in that community that is stable and welcoming, which is definitely the most important thing. How exactly do libraries change children's lives? Well, from personal experience, I've witnessed how checking out even one book can encourage children to grow passion for their learning. For 1 year, I volunteered at the Madison County Primary School Library and personally witnessed how excited the students were to check out a book and how passionate they became over reading. They were often extremely excited to go home and read with their parents or with their siblings or with their grandparents in some cases, and would spend most of the time in the library running around and searching for several books while others were asking me how they could read a certain word and if I could read with them. It was very cute. So this kind of interest fosters a love of reading when they find books to read that they are extremely interested in. This carries throughout young adulthood and into adulthood and helps with schooling overall as well as their reading skills. Libraries provide resources that are not available or cannot be afforded at home in some cases. According to a study performed by the State Educational Technology Directors Association in 2019, while 98% of urban K-12 students have access to a steady internet connection, only 69% of rural K-12 students have the same access to a steady internet connection. This means that 3 out of 10 students are left without internet access at home, which is a vital aspect to learning nowadays. Public libraries offer free internet connection as well as other commodities such as cafes, comfortable chairs, and places to read. In addition to the extensive collection of books that are typically found in libraries, music, DVDs, and magazines are just some of the items available at public libraries. These resources help to create an inclusive space for people of all ages and of all kinds. Libraries provide a common space in a community that can be used for several events and can provide a space in the community that is stable and welcoming. Maribeth Carmichael stated in 2007 that our goal is to simply create an inviting environment where kids can congregate to socialize, finish up homework, or read the morning newspaper. We play music. We have big pillows thrown around the room for students to sit on in comfort. We have a puzzle table, board games, and daily Sudoku puzzles available. This kind of environment is vital to the community and vital to students because it encourages patron visits as well as provides fun activities for patrons to complete when they do visit, if just in case they don't necessarily feel like reading. Libraries are often tailored to the different needs and wants of patrons depending on their age group and interests. This varies throughout university libraries, public libraries, and school libraries. According to Ray Palin, in 2017, library architects, along with knowledgeable educators, guided by the best practices, can design new libraries that effectively serve the school and the total student body. This is extremely important. This can be utilized through quiet spaces, group collaborative spaces, through areas for music listening, and for areas just in case of technical assistance. Overall, libraries are extremely essential to the growth of every single community. Today, I've discussed how libraries provide vital resources to those who do not regularly have access to materials, encourage a passion for learning, and how they create a welcoming space in a community for all people. I really hope that my presentation has convinced you all as to why libraries are extremely important in not only our community, but everyone's community. Thank you very much.